Welcome back everyone. Today we will discuss topic zeros of polynomials, which is an important foundation for understanding polynomial equations and graphs. But what exactly is a zero of a polynomial? Simply defined, a zero is a value of the variable for which the polynomial becomes equal to zero. For example, if px is equal to x minus 2, then x is equal to 2 is a 0. Why? Because p2, and that means when x is equal to 2, then the equation p x or x is equal to 2 becomes 2 minus 2, which is 0. So let's get started and make zeros of polynomials simple, clear and interesting. Also, do like, share and subscribe to my channel as we proceed. Looking forward to your valuable feedback in comment section below. So let's begin. So what do we observe? That zeros of a polynomial are those real, imaginary or complex values which, when put in the polynomial instead of a variable, makes the result become 0. So zeros of a polynomial tell us about the x-intercepts of the polynomial graph. So here we observe these are the x-intercepts. Okay, and these are the zeros. So let's begin by solving a sum. Just give me a moment to erase and write down the question. So the given question is, given that the zeros of a quadratic polynomial are -3 and 5. How can we help to find the equation of the polynomial? How can we help to find the equation of the polynomial? Now here the zeros of the quadratic polynomial are -3 and 5. So the zeros of the, just give me a moment, this is the question and the solution is below. So the zeros of the quadratic polynomial are -3 and 5. It's given. So we have, let alpha be equal to -3 and beta be equal to 5. Then we have the sum of the roots. We have the let the sum of roots be sum of the roots, which is alpha plus beta will be equal to -3 plus 5, which is 2. And the product of roots and the product of the roots will be alpha beta, which is -3 multiplied by 5, which is -15. So the required quadratic equation is x square plus alpha plus beta multiplied by x plus alpha beta is equal to 0, which is x square plus, we know the value of alpha plus beta is 2. So x square plus 2x, and the value of the product of the roots alpha beta is minus 15. So x square plus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. So this is the required equation of the polynomial. Now let's solve another sum. Just give me a moment to erase. I will write down the sum and then we will solve it. Find the zeros of the polynomial. Find the zeros of the polynomial px is equal to 2x square plus 7x plus 3, and verify the relation between zeros and coefficients, and verify the relationship between zeros and coefficients. Now we know that the general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and here a, b and c are the coefficients. Okay. Now let's begin solving. So here we have to find the zeros of the polynomial 2x square plus 7x plus 3. Now we will equate it to 0 in order to find the zeros. Now let's solve this as we solve any quadratic equation. So 2x square plus, now we will split 7x as 6x plus x plus 3 is equal to 0. Now this follows, taking the common terms, 2x within bracket x plus 3 plus x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this follows 2x plus 1 multiplied by x plus 3 is equal to 0. Hence, 2x plus 1 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. So this follows 2x is equal to minus 1. So this follows x is equal to minus 1 by 2, or x is equal to minus 3. So the zeros are, minus half and minus 3. I will use a different pen. Just give me a moment. So the zeros are minus half and minus 3. Now here the sum of zeros is minus half plus minus 3, which is minus half minus 3, and the value is minus 7 by 2. And we know that the sum of zeros is, if we observe the coefficients, we know that it is minus b by a is equal to minus 7 by 2 in equation ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, and just give me a moment to erase, and the product of zeros, the product of zeros, we know that it is c by a is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, hence the zeros are in this polynomial, the zeros are minus 3 and minus half. So this is the relationship between zeros and polynomial and coefficients. So today we learned that a zero is a value of x for which the polynomial becomes zero. Understanding zeros helps us solve equations and interpret polynomial graphs more confidently. Keep practicing, keep exploring. See you in the next lesson video. Till then, best wishes and happy learning.